Hi, welcome to the new chapter, that is SQL. So in this chapter, we are going to learn structured query language in detail. Lot of things we are going to cover in this chapter. So when you talk about the SQL, we need to start from the basics. What is SQL? Why do you need SQL? How SQL syntaxes are created? Then what are the different data types we have? Then we will move ahead with the types of the SQL statements like DDL, DML, DQL. We will understand in detail. Then we will see what do you mean by constraints? How do you apply the constraints? Why do you need constraints? All that things we will see under the constraints. Then there are operators. How do you use operators? Why do you need operators? All those things would be covered over here. Then we will cover something called as like, in and between clauses. How do you use like, in and between in your SQL queries? We will see over here. Limit and the offset. How do you limit your results? And how do you start from particular result? That's the limit and offset. We'll see that. Aggregate functions. These things are very important. Aggregate functions. If you want to work with the analysis, these functions will help you. We will spend a lot of time on the aggregate functions. Then there is something called as utility functions. Like you don't want to show the currency, and currency need to be shown in typical format. So how do you format your data? That will come under the utility functions. Formatting data is one example. There are a lot of things that will fall under there are a lot of functions that will fall under this thing. We'll see that. Then order by, group by, having is very important. Again, if you want to do some analysis kind of thing, these things will help you. We will spend time over here. Subqueries. How one query can have another query, we will see over here. Then relationships. How two tables are associated with each other, that we will see under the relationships. Joins. How you join multiple tables together. What are the different types of joins? What is the significance of joins in the SQL? We'll see here. Then the union or the set operations we will perform under the chapter unions. Then for optimizing the queries, sometimes you need to create the indexes. How do you create the indexes? We'll see. Also, sequences. SQL sequences are that things which helps you in creating auto-incremented numbers in some special format, auto-increments numbers in some special format, that will fall under the sequences. Then the views, right? Again, optimization level thing. Then stored procedures, how you will create the functions, how you call those functions, that will fall under the stored procedure. Then there is something called as triggers. How exactly some events will happen on particular action, that will fall under the trigger. And at the last, we will see something called as conclusion on the SQL. So these things are expected to be covered in the SQL topic. You might see some difference. I might add some topics over here, but this is the general idea of this chapter, SQL. I hope you have understood this, and I hope you will enjoy this chapter. See you in the next video.